Hey, wow, Streamlabs just absolutely quit on me. Chat is still loading. There we go. Hey, I'm back. I tried to open up one thing and it totally crashed on me. So just to kind of continue the discussion on the subject I was talking about, this is an example of the mother color. So in these paintings, like, these are all like basically lessons here that, you know, from people who were trying to make use of the mother color. So here we can see in this painting here, blue exists in every piece of the object of the canvas. It's not just like within lighting sources. Likewise, here we can see green, like this greenish blue hue, because like if you look at the sky, it still has that greenish blue hue to it. It's used in everything. Likewise, this one, slightly orangish, hue in everything. You can see like on the snow itself, while white in comparison to everything else, is still orange. Yeah. So that's kind of just like what I'm talking about. So if we look at it as limiting it to lighting sources, I think that there are other things that you could do that end up making significant use of the mother color. Speaking of which, I need to figure out what to do with these little jerks. I could do like a grayish mousy brown, maybe black. I don't really know what to do with these mice. I don't want them to stand out, is the thing. Because I think if I do them like a light color, it's going to end up giving too much attention to them based off where they're located in the model. That's the opposite of what I want. Not sure. Gonna figure it out. In the meantime, let's work on the tunnel a little more. Gosh, I cannot stand this pylon, or this pile driving. I was talking with people and they're like, what's a pile driver? And I'm like, oh, it's this giant spike that gets driven into a thing to drive it into the ground. And if you can imagine Zeus having a hammer, and that hammer is being used for hammering nails into the earth, that's what it kind of sounds like. It is the worst thing. It aggravates me to no end, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to continue streaming like this. Like, quite legitimately, this is a significant hamperance on my stream, and I know they don't do it on Sundays. Because they don't work Sundays. Sunday is literally the only day of the week these guys don't work. It's a terrible sound. Like, it shakes, and it's like let's see here. If I do it like this, yeah, you guys can see my building shaking from the spikes. because it's shaking the arm of the camera. Yeah. I may need to plan what my stream schedule is going to be like, guys. I might need to do that, because the last time that this happened, it was months and months that they were doing this. And if this is... Oh, it is not a non-existent amount of stress. I'm just gonna try and paint for now. See what I can. Hi, Ganon. Hey, buddy. How are you, you cute little kitty? Trying to get me to relax. Yeah, no, Loki, you're absolutely correct. It absolutely has a negative impact on like my ability to stay positive. I can deal with the jackhammering. I can deal with the jackhammering. It's this. This is what gets me. Yeah, Ganon, it's terrible. Ganon agrees. There we go, this is a nice subtle color. Hi! Hello, my baby, hello. Yeah. It makes me unable to think. It's so just awful in every waking way. It's actually why I have my microphone on like the absolute lowest setting I can do. Let's see if I can make it easier for you guys. I'm gonna be a bit quieter. Hello, Lynn Mitches, how are you? Here we go. I'm gonna be even quieter. I'm gonna move the mic closer to me. I'm gonna turn the volume of the music down. And hopefully this helps. Kairos and I are neighbors, and it's... Yeah, don't be rude, I'm talking. It's the worst. Oh no, it failed on your test, Ellen Mitches? I'm sorry to hear that. That's the thing though, Loki. My headset mics will catch it just as well. It's... because the thing is, I live right next to the construction site. Like, when I look out my window, that's what I see. Is that hammer. I need a push talk. Which is like impossible unless I have like a foot pedal for it. But yeah, that would literally be what I would need. Jeez. Okay. I need to try and gather my thoughts for a moment. Let's try and do some happy little pustules. That's a nice dark green. I kind of like that. It's like a shadow green. I can mix some purple into that. See how that works. I don't know what a boot clencher is. Oh, butt clencher. Oh, I see. You're being funny. Oh, you have to take exams, don't even know what the subject is about. Yeah, it's rough. You're a rascal. It's cool though, it's cool. I think the worst thing about this like construction sound is like usually when there's like construction you can go for a walk and you can escape it. But that pile driver is about 4 stories tall at least. And anywhere I walk within walking distance, I can either still see it or hear it. Like, I have a friend who used to live maybe 2 or 3 blocks away from me, and she could hear it because the sound would echo across the buildings. Sounds like you got it rough right now, Limaches. Is your computer, like, trying to install updates? Is that what's going on? Also, how's the news for your new place? Do you have a date that you move in? Well, I mean, you're old enough to just do it. You might not get his help, but I don't think he can legally stop you from moving out. I mean, like, I would just explain to him, like, look, I've already left the house multiple times. Do you want me to go away forever, or would you rather help me move to a place that's nearby when you can visit easily? Like it's objectively clear you are unhappy living with him, and if he's unable to see that, it doesn't really, truthfully, he clearly doesn't seem to understand what you require for your happiness. And so I would say he doesn't really have a say in it. Like, your happiness is a requirement for your mental health. I mean, if he's not going to help you, I would just say, like, get a friend to help out. See if Evil Girlfriend's parents will help you. I gotta be honest, the idea that he has the audacity that he thinks that he has, like, the power to say no when you, like, keep leaving for weeks at a time sounds like he's a little bit out of touch. Yeah. No, that's fair. I totally get you. No. Do what you think you will be able to rest at night the most with. I mean, obviously, that is, you know, you have to be able to rest easy with your decisions. Goodness gracious, when are they ever going to stop?
Started. That's using this shadow green mixed with this purple ink. It stopped. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is 270. I don't think I have like a 271. But what I can do is I can knock stuff over. What I can do is I can mix a little bit of this dead flesh in with it. Because I'm going to be layering this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my favorite glaze medium of choice. If Evil GF wants to listen to my playlist, she can find it in my tab below on my Twitch page. I have a link to it where anyone can access it, add it to their playlists, play it on demand. I like this playlist too. So it is yours for easy access. Also, hello Evil GF. Lovely to see you here again. No worries.
Do-do-do. Guys, I cannot express how happy I am that it's no longer hammering away. Now all I have is Ganon meowing at me. I can live with that. He's got some tood, but I love him. Ganon, you're fine. All right. Looking good. Kelsey! I haven't seen you in one of my streams in forever. Unless this is Nick. I'm usually used to it being Kels. Lovely to see you. How are you? Yeah. Oh man, you guys have been busy. Guys, here, give me a second. Naptime Hobbies is another streamer. I gotta go and give her a shout out here. There we go. We close on a new house tomorrow. Fantastic. Good for you guys. Well, with the family, gotta try and get the a house that accommodates all of you guys. Oh, I know it's done. I've got this pile driver across the street from where I live, and it is very loud, so my
My apologies if it starts up again. I have no control of it. There's construction going on. They're putting up high rises. It makes me go crazy. It's actually why I canceled yesterday's stream. Yeah, we're just making an abomination here. Yeah, it makes me want to pull my hair out, except that I shaved my hair, so I don't have hair to pull out. Actually, probably need to retouch that up. Yeah, right now we're just, you know, painting up this real lovely but nasty lady here, and we're, you know, because if you know, demon princes, they could be ladies too. So just giving her some lovely boils. I am loving how this arm is turning out. That is lovely. If only I could find what the proper focus for that is. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. That was exactly why I picked this model. I was like, hey now, I know that there's two guy ones, but I like the meat cleavers, and I think that she is beautiful. Alright, let's add some final nastiness to this. More there. Mix that up. Okay, now. That's just a joke and a half. Let's fix that up. Just a little bit more purple in there. Put in some of my medium to thin it. Mix, mix, mix. Top off the really hi Gannon. I'm gonna top off these real fat boils here. I'm just gonna a little bit of that. Oh Gannon, are you trying to be cute? There we go. Looks like I have to feather them. So we're gonna feather. My favorite way to feather is to actually use this big feathery brush. I'm just gonna boop. And then that drill. Boop. You just reminded me of I have a bunch of new brushes to try. Oh, awesome. Okay, guys, besides being a miniature painter, let me tell you, Naptime Hobbies is one of the best, it's watercolor, I believe, watercolor painters I have ever seen. So she was doing these 8-bit, little pixel arts with the beads. That's it, with the melted beads. And you know, I happened to win one, and she was like, hey, like, do you want me to do a background? I was like, yeah, sure, let's do a background. I thought it was gonna be like something like use it? Like something that was gonna be like printed off, No, 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 no. She hand painted like the Breath of the Wild like art in the background because I was like, yeah, let's do like a Link with like a shield or something, and just, jeez, so talented, so talented. And like here I am, like I've got like these minis, like I've already got an outline. I just need to like fill in the colors basically. But she's able to like recreate, like she's able to create things where there was nothing and give it dimension and depth. I have the utmost respect for anyone who does either digital painting or like traditional painting. Like, it's, to me, it's magical. Like, I acknowledge that there is a skill and a talent in like what I do, but it's nothing at all comparable to the majesty that people who do traditional art, like on a canvas, digital or otherwise. I don't know about that. I think you are being very kind. I think you're being very kind. It was funny, the subject of quality of brushes came up again, Kelsey, with another friend, another Canadian streamer, and we were just like, I don't know, like, yeah, sable hairs are cool, but all I use is dollar store acrylics. Or like, I order my brushes off of like Wish. Like this is a Wish brush. Now, I do kind of want to try and get some sable hairs, but like, kind of just to see like what the big deal about them is. Because like for me, I have a couple different, just basically sets of acrylics that I use. There we go. You just got sables, very cheap ones. Yeah, that's what I want to try and start off with first. But like, let's see here. I think these two. No, it's not this one. It's that one. That's a 5. Is this it? Here we go. So I have 3 sets of these brushes. This is the one that I use for base coating, and you can see it is kind of beat to crap. Not necessarily as beat to crap as my number 3 and my number 2 are. And then there's the ones that I actually take care of, and I only use for fine detail stuff. And I've already had this for a month. And I will tell you, the other ones that I beat to crap with my base coating do not last me a month. Man, so here we go. We're starting to get some more depth into here. We're finally doing some cool stuff there. Let's do the gross stuff. Those are not beat the crap. They are well loved. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. That's right. Let's not suggest the idea that I abuse my paintbrushes. Let's see here. I can never tell which one's darker than the other. I have no idea. I'm just going to use a mixture of both. So now that we got that, we're going to take our well-loved brushes who are losing their tip. There we go. That's a tip. Every time Loki sees... Oh wait, no, that's right. I can't do that yet. What I actually have to do is I have to apply my nasty wash trick. purple, and we're going to take, not a green, we want a red. There we go. I forgot. I almost jumped ahead of myself. So, I don't have him. I do have him right here. So, Kelsey, this was a color test for this model back here. So, like, everything was just, like, in theory, like, will these purple skins with these pustules work? Yes, no. The verdict I got collectively from people were like, yeah, that looks good. And I was like, excellent. Let's make abominations now. So I'm going to very lightly just circle around these here. The idea is to make it look like the skin is sore. The purple alone won't quite do it. I'm going to need to use red to finalize them, but we're just going to start off... You know what, let's start with one. We'll test it with one. Always got to do a test. Loving purple, absolutely. I love purple. Purple's a great color. I remember back in my... Just realizing that's loud as heck now. I'm so sorry. See, like, if I was, like, playing something that was, like, metal, I bet nobody would notice. But no, I'm playing, like, relaxing, like, spa music. I feel like how that dude looks. Limitches, I know that feeling. That's like me when I'm hangry looking for pizza. To the number of noises they can make. Yeah, I've gotten really into Nurgle stuff lately, so I'm trying to see, can I, you know, experiment with different Nurgle-y stuff. This one looks like it's not really coming out of the skin, so let's try to fix that there. You know, it's always easier to go less and then add on more for these. Now it's looking like it's a little bit of a sore. little bit. We'll just go for it. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. Always replace it or get something else. Oh, Zelda, yeah. Cats are teaming up on me. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick 5-second break here. I'm going to feed the cats. While that's happening, the mic is going to be turned off, and hopefully, we'll see the construction cool down just a little bit. So I'll be right back, guys.
Alright, I am back, and this is something I want to take a look at. I saw I was able to see how many frames per second and like just other details, but I didn't realize my camera was going at 60 FPS. I'm wondering if I'm able to change those settings. It looks okay now? Yeah, sounds good. Oh, sorry. So I was going with 1280 by 720, and I'm okay with 1280 by 720, but I don't necessarily think I need to go 60 FPS. Not for using my not for doing a painting stream. Oh goodness. I think if this was something, jeez, come on. There we go. I think if we were doing something a bit fancier than painting, like maybe 60 FPS, but painting is not needing that. Plus, that'll help me with stable connections if I lower the FPS. Has any cool subjects I want to talk about, feel free to let me know. I'm starting to get into the focus on this wash here, and my brain kind of turns off when things like that happen. You know, you enter the zone. So I want to make sure I keep you guys entertained. If I stop talking, I'm not very good at that. You know? Just at work, so you're mostly lurking. No, I hear that. You know what? Lurking is welcome. Lurkers are fine. Oh, Warlander! Lovely to see you, Warlander. Warlander, did you get to see the beginning of this mini? I can't remember. That would have been on Saturday, I believe. What's up? Absolutely gruesome. It is. It is a lovely, gruesome model. Yeah, but she looks like she's smiling. She looks like she's having a good time. She's happy, enjoying, you know, her life of ending lives. As long as she's enjoying herself.
not much is going on, Lander. I'm just, you know, while I was feeding the kitties, I was discussing some dinner options for today. I'm, admittedly, I'm sitting in a hot office. I'm a little bit lazy right now. It's a little hard to, you know, think clearly sometimes like that. And all the lovely, lovely construction going on, not really much help. Like Hannah Montana would say, the best of both worlds. How are the kitties? The kitties just got fed. It was food time before you got here. Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Hannah Montana. She still do stuff? I have no idea. I'm pretty out of touch with pop culture. I'm trying to remember if that was the name of one of the Disney Channel shows that I watched, or if that was one that was like later on. I know a lot of those Disney Channel shows are usually pretty on par with each other. Am I thinking Lizzie McGuire? Maybe I'm thinking Lizzie McGuire. Ah, Radio Free Roscoe. Yes, I remember Radio Free Roscoe. That was a great show, and it was different, right? It was all about like them having an underground radio. You know, kids would tune in, and they felt like it was there that they could speak more freely. You know, talk about the things that like, you know, they were expected not to talk about, or necessarily weren't allowed to. It was very cool. I liked that. I liked that show a lot. I also liked Radioactive a lot, but that was a very different kind of show on YTV. What's up, Shady Lane? Let's just say the show inspired you more than you can express. Oh, that's fantastic. I love hearing stuff like that. Yeah, it's the things that we watch when we're younger, like, oh man, they can be so provocative. And in like just magnificent ways of like being able to express yourself. A lot of us can feel really like we're not allowed to just talk the way that we want to sometimes, and it's kind of criminal. You know? Let's get some more of that red wash. We're gonna start really working on some of those areas where the skin is tearing and such. Tearing, eaten away. I'm going really light on the wash because we can always add more later. We don't want to change the colors up too much. Really just going in real light. Used to love student bodies on YTV. YTV in general was amazing. I loved YTV so much. It had such a great selection of shows. It was kind of funny to think that Sugar was also a voice actor on one of the shows that played on YTV, and of course I'm talking about Sailor Moon. She played the voice of Chibi, Sailor Moon. Also known as a name that I do not remember. Seeing her in a Seth Rogen movie was weird. Just odd. Not a bad thing. You know, having a diverse portfolio is awesome. It's just not what I anticipated. That is all I will say on that subject during stream. The voice actor trainee for how 2 months when I was 16 for a hot 2 months. Oh, here we go. So what kind of stuff were you doing for voice acting? I mean, that's really cool, Loki. I love voice acting, personally. I totally misread that at first. I was like, trainee? Who is the trainee? No, you were training to be a voice actor. That is super cool. Talk a bit more about that. Why don't you share? I think that's really, really cool. Okay, you know what? We're going to change that up a little bit. Who's going to be the way to go? It is not. So what I'm going to do is experiment on something first. Is this it? This is it. Here we go. I'm going to take... I don't know, this kobold. Hi, Ganon. Hi, buddy. Oh, cutie. So I've got some white ink from just Dollar Rowney, FW ink. I'm going to just take this little kobold here. I'm just going to test, see how this works out. If I do this, I just go like all over the place. I have yet to use this stuff. I'm trying to find a way to lighten that up so that it will be susceptible for when I try to put in this. I could just throw it in. but I don't want it to turn out badly, you know? PJ Pat from the 90s was Treble Charger's brother. PJ Jazzy Jeff and the Grogs, the mascots before Snit. The Zone was awesome. Oh, God, I love the Zone. YTV Christmas movie they did before the Grogs retired from something every year. Sugar was in The Flash? That's cool. I did not know that. I had a teacher at my school that got me an internship at one of the biggest dubbing studios in Denmark. They did everything from Pokemon, Scooby-Doo. Ah, that's really cool. Well, that's neat. Okay, so you can see how that works. And now okay. Versus if I just put it on like that. Alright. Cool. So that tells me a couple of things. One thing I'm going to just try out just to see how it goes over top for purposes of layering. Oh, I could totally just put this in as it is. Hello. Food? Okay, here, I'm just gonna take a look at it. Here, one sec, guys. And I'm back. Okay, so we're just gonna do this, and then I guess what I'm gonna do after that is I'm going to put in some green and purple washes, and basically try to get this to look a little more decayed. It's a really strong red right now, so I'm gonna go over it. Wanted to go to Camp Caribou so bad. Camp Caribou. Now you may have to give me some reminders, some context there, but that sounds really cool. But I'm not sure I know what Camp Caribou is. Is that from one of the YTV Christmas movies? And it's funny, Warlander, having this conversation here with you. So, I've been trying to mentally, and I'm not going to say any of the numbers out loud, I've been trying to mentally, like, pinpoint what age range you are. And I've been doing it by the conversations we've had about television. And you naming off YTV anchors gives me an idea that you and me are probably within, I would say, 5 to 7 years within range. I can't get it more narrow than that, though. I've been trying to figure it out. This has been something that's been racking my brain. Funny enough, I'm just like, because it's always like about the pop culture references, right? Because you can usually gauge someone's age with pop culture references. Of course, there's movies. Movies don't work because everyone had access to a video store once upon a time, you know. but I definitely know that you are a little bit older than me. But I don't think it's more than 7 years. Caribou Camp was a Canadian children's television program that aired on several CTV stations from 86 to 89. There we go. Yeah, the show is the best known rerun stint on YTV from 89 to 97. See, here we go. See, this is why I'm saying things like this here. Again, I would never say numbers because I'm not going to go and give away any personal information. But these are all on my hunches. Don't you tell me your age. I kind of want to keep the mystery. I think it's fun. Alright. Count Caribou. That's funny. It's pretty cool to get to do voices. I love doing voices. So like hey, Scotch and Hobbies, nice to see you. Guess I'm younger than y'all. Probably have the best guess, and we'll get closest of anyone. Well, because you and me grew up watching YTV, and the fact that you and me grew up both watching YTV and we're aware of some of the same people. I think Sugar had the longest run on YTV. She's certainly the most memorable. But yeah, I think that's for sure. Did I watch Rupert? You bet I watched Rupert the Bear. I loved Rupert the Bear. So so funny. One of my Redwall, I was around when Redwall was on. Redwall was just never a show that I watched though. But I watched the entirety of Reboot and Beasties while they aired from beginning to end, live new episodes. And what I will tell you is that when Beast Machines came on, I was in high school. Let's see here. Let's get that purple wash in there. And I think the fact that I've given that's definitely going to highlight that I know for a fact I am younger than you. I don't know how much. And by me saying Beast Machines, if you watch Beast Machines, you have a 5-year range of when I was in high school. Oh, let's fix the focus. The focus got all weird. There we go. I had a lot of people that I grew up with that loved Redwall, and they watched all of it. I myself did not, though. Don't know why. Totally would have been my thing. Well, Transformers G1 will always be your heart. When I was young, Beasties was my Transformers. Let's say that. Yes, Beasties was my gateway into Transformers. It was through Beasties that I found Transformers the movie, G1. So you and me share that in common. Because I will say, so if that's the case, Warlander, that suggests to me that your exposure to G1 was the same as mine, which was hunting down VHS tapes, movies, reruns. Am I correct on that? This is super fun. I love this. It's like playing 21 Questions. Yes. Okay. Maybe we're closer in age than I thought.
Too funny. Too funny. God. Okay, let's nerd out a little bit here. My favorite moment in Beasties was when they started tying in the G1 Transformers, and when they boarded the Ark, and when Megatron was, it starts talking about it. Yeah, Transformers G1 toys. Yep, they were both made from the G2 series, or toys from slightly older kids. Yep. Yeah, I had my uncle's G1 Transformers from when he was a kid. He was 10 years older than me. So he was more like a very old big brother than he was an uncle figure. But I had his Soundwave with plastic and metal bits, because that was the coolest thing about those G1s, is that they weren't just plastic toys, they were plastic and metal in certain parts, which was very cool. Let's see here. But my favorite part of the Transformers series was when Megatron boards the Ark, and like they come to the realization that they have traveled into the past, and you start to find out like what happened with the Predacons, and like there was definitely like they were extreme, but they were people who were lower class and were basically wronged by the hierarchy of the Transformers government on Cybertron. And like when they were expanding on stuff like that, because I remember some of the the Transformers shows later on touched on the fact that the Decepticons they uprose, and like there was like the Transformers Civil War, and like at one point the Autobots and Decepticons were on a team, and they were both underclass civilians, but following the rule of like another prime, but going, it's like all that stuff, and I was like, oh man, like they're making so much depth to it. Like I really loved that stuff. I loved that stuff so much. I ate it all up. And like as I got older, I just appreciated it more and more. See, there's all these pustules back there that I totally missed. I don't have that color anymore, so what we do is we're just gonna go bloop, 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 bloop. I'm just gonna... It's too far in. I'm not gonna worry about it. Put it this way, my first Transformers as a child was the Power Masters Optimus Prime. So I have to look that up. I'm not going to know it by the name. Power Masters Optimus Prime. Let's take a look at this here. I feel like I've seen that on shelves. Power Masters Optimus Prime. Yep, stop that from waggling around. No. 1988. Okay. I need to think about this. So that's 88. Now, Did you get that when the year that it came out, or within that range, or did you get that secondhand? Let's see here. I need. Where's my blood for the blood god? I use it sparingly, but blood for the blood god is really good. There we go. Yeah, blood for the blood god, Kels. It's one of my favorite paints. My guess is that I got it in 88, most likely 89. Think about reaching your bedtime. All right, you have yourself a wonderful rest of the night there, Loki. Thank you for coming along. Thank you as always. So you probably got it around the time that it came out. Okay. So that's a really great hint. And my first gut reaction is to ask you how old you were when you got it. But I'm not going to. What instead... Oh, do I have a phone call? No, they went away. I got all these missed calls. What's going on here? Here, one second. I'm just going to mute. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to call those numbers back because I don't have business in Latvia. I don't know why I'm getting phone calls from Latvia. Weird. Okay. Let's see here. I got this black ink, so what I can do there. Ravenart Minis. Hello, Ravenart Minis. It is a good evening to you. Alright. So what I was going to say there. Warlander. Got an 88. You remember it was new. Got into the drugstore. Oh, I remember when drugstores had some of the coolest toys. I got Bionicles when I was, like I would get them at London Drugs in my hometown. So this right there. So what you've given me there. I'm gonna guess if you're remembering that you were very young. You were maybe around the age of 4 or 5 in 88 or 89, which probably confirms to me that you were probably exactly close to the 7-year age range that I was originally guessing. Some people think you're 60. Oh my god. No. Okay, so I don't think that there's anything sacred about my age. So I'm going to tell you, Warlander, and that's going to confirm for you that I am 1990. So I am 30. Yeah, I'm not going to necessarily give away the exact date or anything. So I don't think people need to know that detail. No one needs to wish me happy birthday. I'm okay with that. Without that. But yeah, I think 1K is a Trixie. You're older? Yeah. Scotch and Hobbies, when I see all of the whatcha-who's-its, all of the Cowboy Bebop and anime statues that you're painting, I remember watching every single one of those shows on Toonami. I feel old now. Don't let whatcha-who's-it? Don't let Valley Dweller hear you say that. He'll start calling you a baby. Valor Developer calls everybody babies. When you find out, Mellow Minis, I think you're going to giggle. Well, you don't need to confirm anything, but you now know. You now know the exact age difference. I do not have that information, and I'm okay without that information. I simply think it's entertaining. You know what? I'm not a big fan of using that one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to purple ink. Let that be the color of the outline of the decayed flesh. Yeah, some people are going to say I'm old. Some people are going to say I'm a baby. I don't mind. And at the end of the day, like, yeah, humans live pretty long. Not even at the halfway mark. Yeah, no, I've got a really I'm yeah. I am confident on my guess of 7, but watch it turn out that this is going to be a memory from when he was 3 years old. And some people are like, no one has memories from when they were 3. I absolutely have memories from when I was 3. Specifically, the first days of airing of Sailor Moon. XX. Yeah. Open up a poll. Yeah. I think things like that are entertaining. I mean, of course, by me saying my year, now people just know how old I am, and you know, that mystery is no longer there. But I've never really been a channel of mystery. My son is sitting here beside me laughing. What is the funny part? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm so confused. But that's okay. That is okay. Because Warlander, you getting 1,000 followers? Psh, I think you're setting your goals too low. That's what I think. Oh yeah, I didn't do a shout out for Warlander. Oh heck. Okay, here. Yeah. S.O. Warlander. Actually, I have a few people I need to shout out. So we got Warlander. We got Raven Art Minis. We've got Scotch and come on. S.O. Raven. And then we've got Scotch and Hobbies. All of these guys and gals are, and you know, people of all groups. They are wonderful painters. They are very enjoyable. And be sure to check them out if you're not already. Follows are free. Follows help content creators in ways that you may not expect. For example, it can be the difference on if they get a deal with a company that maybe they're wanting to work with.
get a partnership. All the follows for all. Yeah. I'm trying to pursue, brand deals. I am. With specifically with brands that I trust and have faith in. I don't think that's necessarily something to hide. And so when people follow me, I get closer to those goals, and I look forward to it. We can't all be Warlander. Your son thinks I'm absolutely brilliant for deducing this as you have. He is laughing because of your detective skills. That's fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. I will not call myself clever because I think that would be a little bit not modest, but I do enjoy watching a lot of crime dramas with so I think it's fun, especially like if it's a subject that you know well. I'm waiting to see if the company wants to do something. That's awesome. See, Raven Arts, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, I sent emails back and forth with a particular company. I don't know if we're going to have necessarily a partnership, but what they have agreed to do is they are sending me some review copies of some of their minis, and I am very, very much looking forward to that. Man, this is just so creepy. I love it. Alright, so let's start doing some. Oh, you've been fighting insomnia? Man, that's rough, Scotch and Hobbies. I'm glad to hear that you're managing to get through that. I know that can be really difficult. Make it grosser. How's it going, Outsider Miniatures? Heck, I need more ick. I agree. Could not agree more. Give me a second here. Gotta go give a big shout out to my fellow Lower Mainlander, Outsider Miniatures. I actually have this mini in thanks to Outsider Miniatures. But yeah, man, we're going gross on this. I still need to add some dried blood, some more pus, more vomit colors. Jeez, that's always rough. So you're basically always on Twitch. That's right. I did always see you on someone's stream. That was my most exposure with you. Was always on someone else's stream for quite a while there. I'm glad to hear that you are getting past that. And hello, Aof Hazen. I hope I am pronouncing that not terribly. Thank you. I am just really wanting to make some nasty stitched Abomination zombie. I'm probably going to use this in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to use this in role-playing games. I already said role-playing games. That's what D&D is. I'm probably going to use it as a proxy model in who's it? As a Demon Prince, whichever. For like my war games. It's absolutely nerdly.
So thank you. Yeah, no, Outsider actually had this exact same model, the same sculpt and everything, and he also painted one up. If you want to drop in a link for that, please do. People deserve to get to see your ick. Drew is a wonderful streamer, Outsider Miniatures. If you ever want to get a discount at Monument Hobbies, he is a Monument Hobbies partner. You can get the code on his Instagram. Not done it yet. You'll get to it eventually. I saw that you painted this as a tongue. Yours. Let's see here. So we got that. So what we're going to do next, I think that this is still far too... Is that black or is that... I can't tell what that is. Is this black or is this ink? That one seems to be ink. Hey, Geeky Taniki! Wow, everyone's just coming on in. Oh man, guys, I'm in like my last 5 minutes here. I'm so happy to see all of you. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to make it so that it's not too bright and shiny. So I really want this just to be a big old thing of nasty rust. So we're just going to use some black ink to lower the luminosity of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to then edge highlight, we're going to rust it up some more. Basically, I want to just see if I can achieve like a gleam of the edge. Oh, it's revolting! You love it! Yeah! That's exactly how I like things to be. Just utterly revolting. Nice to see people know each other in the chat. I always like that. Let's more like nasty pus coming out of these wounds. Except I think I'm gonna go with this one because this one's a little bit darker. This, we're just going to drag that down, get some slime trails going here. Maybe throw some of this in here. Nope, that's on my finger. Working on a Dragonborn Paladin today. Anyone else in Hobby Hole? Hobby Hole as in like you're having a hard time like figuring out what to do next with it? Ooh, Rogue Trader Kill Team. Nice, nice, nice.
I always love it finding out like if other people are like working on something while attending the stream. That always makes me feel happy. Whoop. So one of my favorite things I found after working on this one, was it? No, it was on my actual Games Workshop Demon Prince of Miracle. Mixing dried blood with like vomit or pus just gives this like nastiness to a whole nother level. I'm definitely gonna have to drag that down onto her loincloth or whichever, but I'm gonna actually redo that a little bit darker. I think it's drawing too much attention. Big cavity. That's a big cavity right there. We're gonna just oh yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. And now, to make it even nastier, because I mean, we have to. That's just like that. This isn't a matter of a question. So we're just gonna mix it right in. Well, we're not going to mix, but like we're just going to go in here. I'm just going to dabble that down. And it just looks so much more revolting like that. Make sure you guys can actually see it. There we go. So like up here, yep, caked on. It's dripping. It's gross. This, oh yeah, this is absolutely going to have dried blood all over it. It's going to create texture to it. Get a little bit more of that pus in there. May I post a link? You sure can. Let me make sure that you are already listed in my regulars there, Scotch. Regulars. Add Scotch and Hobbies. There we go. And what did Drew post? Oh yeah, his non-metallic metal is just killer. Just like so good. Pus coming in from, or blood coming in from here, just a little bit. Let's add a little bit of color dynamic to it. Let's see this Scotch and Hobbies. Oh yes, these guys! I loved them. I loved them so much. Man, I'm so happy to see, like, getting to see you join in on it was just fantastic for me. You did a great job there. And thank you. I mean, you can say it was because of me, but you were the one who did it. Right? Yeah. Yeah, no, for anyone who attended the March of the Dwarves, the final stream, Scotch and Hobbies, Age of Sigmar Dwarves showed up in that. Alright, so another thing, we're always learning new things as we go on with these gross things. We got to do these maggots. Let's do these up, and then I'll end the stream. So while I am doing this, if anyone has any recommendations for a streamer that they feel, doesn't have a lot of viewers in them right now, and they want to see that person get raid, give me your suggestions now. Hi, Gannon. You little cutie. And so the color I'm actually using right now for these is the same color that I used for my top highlight. If you just keep using the stuff that you've already got on your palette, it's going to work great. This is going to look better. Isn't that repulsive? Oh my gosh. Yeah. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. Ooh. I think there's some more maggots over there. Oh, let us absolutely. If N Trouble is streaming right now, 100%. N Trouble is a friend of the stream. So I'm gonna call her quits here for now. So just while I wrap up, tell me about what your day's been like. What do you guys got planned for the rest of the day, evening? Got any fun weekend plans? Your friend Thork's Minis is only 2 watchers right now. Oh yeah, okay. If he's only got 2 watchers, Scotch and Hobbies, we will absolutely do it. I don't know who that is either, and I'm always down for, rating someone who's new and giving them a bunch of follows. I highly encourage people to give them a follow. It was good to see you. Oh man, it's always nice to see you, Warlander. Are you streaming later tonight, Warlander? If so, I'll be sure to drop on in your stream sometime tonight. Yeah, I'm down with that. You are fantastic. All right, I look forward to it. All right, I'm gonna trust that this is spelt exactly as needed. Thanks. No, all of you guys are just too kind. It's lovely having you guys here. You guys give me the accountability to finish what I start painting. So with that, we're going to, I thank you for allowing me to do this, which is out of focus. This. So thank you so much, and big hugs. All right, you guys have a good one. I love you all, and let's go give someone some love. Be sure to, if you click on their icon once we raid them, it's going to make it so that you don't count as raiders and you count as viewers. So be sure to do that. All right, guys. That's invalid username. Scotch and Hobbies. You've lied to me. Why do you lie to me like that? Let's see here. There's a typo somewhere. Here we go. Found him. I was missing the I. There we go. Let's do that again. There we go. It's all good. I'm mostly just teasing you. All right, raid time.